Hey everybody, we got a few new things in here today from Wizkids Games. They all look pretty fantastic. Can't wait to show them all to you guys. So the first thing I got is the Icon of the Realms, Spell Effects, Hallister's Tumultuous Templates. This is going to be a good one to break into. I'm going to do that here in a few minutes after I show you all the rest of them. I also got the 4D Terrain Medieval Farmer, the 4D Terrain Homestead. These two look like they'll go spectacularly well together. I got some of the Icons of the Realms, Spell Effects Mighty Conjurations. That one's a new one for me and looks pretty awesome. Got some of the Icons of the Realms, Spell Effects Wall of Fire and Ice, which I have a set of these, but a second set's always good to have more walls of fire and ice. Then I also got a set of the Castle Barracks, and again 4D Terrain and 4D Terrain Gas Station. So I'm going to be showing you all these here in the next few minutes. So here we have the Walls of Fire and Wall of Ice from the Spell Effects Wall of Fire, Wall of Ice. These things are great. I don't know if you really tell right here. They're just really nice job that they did with these. It really does look like it's got some good fire. You can line the walls up. As you can see, they kind of fit together. And there are 6 of the fire. And they all look great. And then they have, in addition, 6 of the ice, which particularly I think the ice looks really well done. I love the way it really does look crystalline. It really does look like an ice. And all in all, those look really good. So again, that is the Spell Effects Wall of Fire and Wall of Ice from Wizkids Games. Let's continue. Here we have the Spell Effects Hallister's Tumultuous Templates. Again, part of the D&D Icons of the Realms from Wizkids. So once we pop it out here, you see there is just a stack. It's almost like a cake stacked up here of all sorts of different templates. So here we have, right there, Spirit Guardians Angelic and Spirit Guardians Fiend. So here's what it looks like from the side. The Angelic one is all one piece. The Fiend's one, as you can see, comes in multiple pieces, actually 4 pieces. It makes a big ring, just like the other one. The detail is pretty cool. There's little demons and stuff on here. And there's little angels and such on here. So that's the first 2 out of this pack. As we go down to the next level here, we have what looks like Fairy Fire and probably Spirit Guardians Fae. So let's take a look at these. So they pop right out here. There you go. So there is Fairy Fire. That's really nice. It's like a 4-inch by 4-inch square. That's pretty good. That's exactly what Fairy Fire is. That would look great on the table. And then here is the Spirit Guardians Fae. You can see all sorts of little fairies and stuff in there for the Spirit Guardians. That's kind of cool too. As we go down to the next level here, we can take a look and see what we got, which looks like we probably have Fireball, Fear, and Burning Hands. So here we go. Got a nice little Burning Hands here, nice little template. That's pretty cool. I like that. Here's Fear. Look at it. What we got? Oh, we have sorts of skulls and stuff on it. It's kind of smoky looking. That's pretty cool. Definitely looks like it could do the job. And a nice big Fireball template. That's pretty great. Drop that thing right on the table. Have it on some terrain. Be very easy to tell who gets caught in those spell effects. Then last but not least down here, we have the Hypnotic Pattern, the Web, and the Moonbeam. So we take a look here. Here's the Moonbeam. Moonbeam's right here. That's pretty cool looking. Actually looks like a little bit of a moon. You know, it looks like it'll drop right around some minis. It's pretty great. Here is the Web. That looks really good. It's like something out of like Spider-Man or something, which is kind of cool. So we got the Web. And then we have our Hypnotic Pattern. And that's a nice big square too. So those are pretty great as well. So those are the Icons of the Realms, Hallister's Tumultuous Templates. And sticking with the spells, we're going to go with the Icon of the Realms, Spell Effects Mighty Conjurations. Let's take a look at this one. This one here specifically looks like spells that I think would get used on a more regular basis. So we have some dancing lights, orbs. So here we go. These little orbs are for dancing lights right here. We have a healing spirit fae right here. We'll pop that little sucker right out. Right there. Pretty cool little fairy looking person. We have a little Mordenkainen sword here, as you can see right there. There is Mordenkainen's faithful hound. If you look on the box here, right there. We've got a healing spirit, which is a beast. Looks kind of like a little jackalope or something. Right there, healing spirit beast. We have the down in that corner there, the arcane eye. Sufficiently creepy looking. This may be one of my favorites, actually. Rope trick. Look at that. That's something you don't see every day. That's pretty cool. I love that rope's just kind of hanging out up there. It's pretty great. We have the Liam on Secret Chest. Boom, that's pretty awesome. And probably my wife's favorite spell, Create Bonfire. That's pretty cool. My wife loves this spell. She uses it all the time. Almost every character has it. So that's the first set in the box. And now we got some more. So these become even more interesting here, I think. So here we have Flaming Sphere. That looks pretty great. I love that thing. That's really cool looking. We have a Maximilian's Earthy Grasp, which also, by the way, boom, Earth and Grasp, it says on the bottom. We have the Guardian of Faith, right? It says right there, Pow right there, pretty cool looking guy. And then we have, which I admit, I don't know what this is right yet. I need to look it up. Bones of the Earth. So I got to look up the spell. I don't know what it does off the top of my head, but there are 6 of these pillars. If you look right here, 6 of these Bones of the Earth, whatever that is. I have to look it up. Here in the last spot, we've got a couple of good spells. We have the Force Cage Box. We have the Force Cage Cage. Ooh, that's stuck in there pretty good. Force Cage Cage. And that thing is massive. Hey, look at the size of that thing. I mean, that thing is, so these walls are like 2 inches, right? So that's like a 4-inch. The cage is probably about 4 inches. Probably 4 by 4. That's about what it is. And that thing is pretty great. And this is pretty durable feeling. Like, this is thick. It's got some thick plastic on it, so it's good. And then we have Liamon's Tiny Hut, which is just a little globe, which looks pretty great. Look at that. Just goes right over top. You can throw your minis underneath there. I suppose if you didn't want to use it as a tiny hut, you could maybe use it as like a, like a wall of force if it was in like a globe or something. Numerous things, I'm sure. That's pretty cool looking. So that looks like that wraps up the Icons of the Realms. I do like the split up dancing lights because I have the other dancing lights together as one piece, so having them split up into 4 is pretty great. So this is it, Icons of the Realms, and this is Spell Effects Mighty Conjurations. So check those out. On to the next one. And now into some of our 4D terrain. We got the Medieval Farmer and the Homestead. I'll do these one at a time. I'm going to start with the Medieval Farmer. Let's open it up. Okay, here's the Medieval Farmer open. Taking a look at it here. I gotta say that I'm really happy about this actually. I recently set up a build, my wife and I did, for like a market area. And we were looking for things like cows and chickens and stuff. So it's kind of cool that we have some in here. And just doing some general like townsfolk things tends to be kind of difficult, I feel. I feel like there's lots of minis out there for not townsfolk and not a lot for townsfolk. So here's some hay. That's pretty cool. I like that. I know, simple things, right? All right, the next piece to come out was this little shed, which is pretty great looking, actually. I like it. Little thatched roof and and stuff, and that would be great to have out to, drop some stuff in there. It also has this little door that goes with it, maybe for, you can put it on one side or the other. Okay, some more stuff we have, like these cool little fences. There's 3 of them, so it's cool little fences you could use. Use them, attach them right to the building or something, and have them set off to the side. There's this neat little hay stack, protected from the weather and used to feed the creatures, obviously. A nice plow, which I assume could come out to a couple of oxen, which we have right here, right? Boom, some oxen. Put the plow right on there, right? Do something like that. Pull them into fields. Here's another part of the fence, and actually that's where this door goes here. This door goes right there, boom. Door for the fence, right? We could do a little square pen of some sort. Do this with one hand, so it's not the easiest thing in the world, but you could do like a little pen with a square, and boom, this comes out and in. Might also be great if you had a few of these sets. You could do a whole farm setup. A nice little wagon, and a couple cow. Some Holsteins, I guess, or that's what they are. I'm not a cow aficionado, so I don't know how good with the cows I am, but look, you could put them in this little pen. It would be quite the little pen for a couple of cows, but it could be done. A nice little pen for cows. So this is the medieval farmer, and that's what it comes with right there. And there you go, 4D terrain. All right, so let's take a look here at my homestead to go with my medieval farmer set. This is what's in there. Some chickens, a coop, hut, and a few other things. It looks like there's some more fences, so that would be cool to go with the other one, so I'll have bigger fences. That's what we got right here, so let's open up and take a look. All right, so here we have the homestead. We got this, what I assume is like the farmer's hut with the removable roof. Or maybe this is, no, you know what, this is probably the chicken coop. This is a chicken coop. Opens right up, and you can put chickens in there. You got a pile of wood, you got a horse, you got a well, you got a couple sacks of grain with some chickens, which is kind of cool. My wife and I were looking for chickens for this scale and couldn't find any. Wheelbarrows, pigs, again, some more of those wattle fences, a hitch post, a trough, and now this is probably the farmer's hut, like a little thatched roof. No, this is the chicken coop. Okay, so there you go. This is the chicken coop with the removable hut, and this is the farmer's hut. So there you go, little farmer's house, little chicken coop, and all that to go with it. And then if we take from the previous set, the medieval farmer, we now have even more fences, right? So now we can do like a bigger fence area. Just quickly building like this, maybe something like this. And you could have, so it's like putting these two sets together will be really good. So just quickly kind of throwing it together, you got twice the size now, and now you can really have some cows in there, maybe even a pig living in there, all in this nice big fence area. These fences are pretty cool. I think they'll be nice to have. And so this is the medieval farmer mixed in with the homestead. I'm sure I will be building something with this really soon. There you go, 4D terrain. Here we have the 4D setting Castle Barracks by Wizkids. There's a good number of things in here. I love the bunks. The bunk beds are great. So you have 6 nice bunk beds in there. You got 6 foot lockers, and they have like the lids that actually pop off. So you have 6 foot lockers. You have, these are great. So these are a little weapon stands, and yes, the weapons actually are separate. So you can use them as weapon stands. You could have just a random sword lying around in a dungeon. Same here with the spears and the halberds. They all come off. I just stacked them all up there. You got an archery target. You got some training dummies. You got this nice long table and benches with cups on it. Nice that it has the long table benches. Like, I don't have anything this long A lot of my other tables and chairs and stuff are smaller, so it's kind of nice to have a long one. There's also 3 shields and 3 bows. So I could really see having some dungeon treasure that you may want to throw in a room, or just have some weapons scattered about a room, and you could put those in there. So there you go. That is the 4D setting Castle Barracks by Wizkids Games. Last thing we have is 4D setting Gas Station from Wizkids Games. So I admit I do not do a lot of modern day stuff, but it looks like a pretty cool set. You got some gas pumps here, gas sign, propane tank, ice machine. It looks pretty great. Air, some barrels. I mean, definitely some cool stuff here. Some fire extinguishers, some tires, more barrels, soda machine, gas cans. I mean, if you're definitely doing some sort of modern game, maybe some sort of cyberpunk game, or maybe a zombie apocalypse game or something, this could be something that could be really great to have out and have in your game. So these are stacks of tires, and these are individual tires. So it's kind of cool, pretty neat. So this is the 4D setting Gas Station. Check it out.